Hello, stock traders. I hope all of you had a great day. And tomorrow is Fed Day. Tomorrow at around 1 o'clock, 1:30 Eastern, we are going to get some updates from the Fed meeting and the results of the Fed meeting and their rate decision. And so it will be interesting to see how the market reacts with things of that nature. So interest rates are expected to go up 0.25%, so 25 basis points. So we shall see what happens. I'm looking forward to an interesting day tomorrow. And the market is setting itself up for either breaking resistance or coming down to that open gap that I've been talking about that's there. And so I'm going to give you the levels for that. You will want to stay to the end of the video. There's so much to uncover. But before we get going, if you could do me a favor, please hit that most amazing and wonderful like button. Also, if you have not done so before, please subscribe and turn on those bell notifications so you get notified when a video comes out. All right, well, let's get to work. There are so many different things to take a look at. Also, some different moves that I personally made in my portfolio that you might be interested in, but we will cover all of that. But first of all, we start with the SPY ETF. And in the SPY ETF, we are looking at resistance levels at 456 still. Now, if the reaction from the Fed meeting is bad, you can easily see a setup for a double top. If it's good and the market reacts positively, well, then you could easily see where we would break this resistance and start off upwards, onwards, and upwards. So the market is really kind of set up for either scenario because really no one knows what's going to happen, and the market is just kind of it is really obeying this resistance level here. This is becoming kind of a big deal at 456. Breaking it's also a big deal. Now we do have this open gap. If you see my cursor right here, you can see here at right around 443, we have this open gap down below. And this has been a common level of resistance and support. So you can see that through here. This has been a very important level. And this is that level that we had before, kind of had a double top look, came down to a buy signal and broke through it. And now we've come up to this 456 level, and this has been the new resistance. And so you can see that. Definitely should be interesting to see which way the markets go. I mean, pretty clear setup here for a big move either way. All right, let's take a look at the VIX. The VIX was down today, 0.36. And so 13.87. Boy, it feels like it should be a lot higher than that, but it's not. So hey, the market doesn't really care, and the VIX doesn't really care. The fear indicator doesn't care how we feel the market should be. I'm not quite as bullish as this market indicator is showing, but I pay attention to my indicators, and I try to trade without emotion. That's how I make the most money. My emotions lose me money, and so it's best to leave them at the curb. We have a stock that one of the watchers in the comment section asked me to cover, and the first is Monster Beverage Corporation, ticker symbol MNST. Now, MNST today alerted to a sell signal here, and then we had a pretty high rejection once we had that sell signal happen. So this is a DeMark sell signal. And so DeMark signals really do a great job of predicting pivot points. And from here, we could see a pivot downwards here. We have this open gap right here. We have another open gap all the way down here. So I would proceed with caution with this stock just because it's got a sell signal and open gaps to the downside. Now, this has been a great trade. If you've been in here, you can see here at these this different support level. You can see where this has been an important level. A couple times it bounced back up, but created a gap down here. So you can see that this would have been a really strong trade, especially buying off of buy signals. And you can see you get that very often from this stock. So this is kind of something interesting that I'm seeing technically. This is one that likes to ping pong up and down. And you can make money this way for sure, buying and selling these moves. And so they've been very strong. Buy signal here, sell signal for a profit, buy signal, sell signal for a profit, buy signal, sell signal for a profit. So this has been a good stock to trade the volatility on. I like that about it. but it doesn't fit any of my personal strategies, so it's not something I would use my money on unless it fit a strategy, not only buy signals, but a strategy, a reason for getting in, a reason for getting out, so on and so forth. So, but anyway, very interesting stock. And I think it's one that one to watch definitely in for the future if it has buy signals. All right, well, let's go to my portfolio and different moves that I made. I sold HON. So this is Honeywell International. This was part of my active ETF strategy. This is the only sell I made today. Sold for a 1.97% gain. Bought here in buy signals and sold for a gain out on sell signals. So, okay, just one trade. I didn't have a lot of sell signals in the market for sure. And in fact, a lot of stocks on my watch list had massive buy signals. And so there are quite a few buys. Let's start to go through these. The first is an active ETF stock, ticker symbol IOVA, and got in on this today. And another one is SNPS, part of my active ETF strategy. And then we have Blade Air Mobility, bought here on buy signals, this nice cluster of buy signals that we have here. And we'll hold for sell signals. ACHR, part of the ARC ETFs. This is actually very popular. This is an active ETF strategy. And Archer bought today, had a pretty decent day on buy signals. MOG.A, another active ETF strategy stock that I purchased today, finished up just 0.04%. XMTR, bought today, finished down 1.60%. This is part of my long-term dividend strategy. This is the Templeton Global Income Fund, ticker symbol GIM. Bought this on buy signals here. AMD, so Advanced Micro Devices, part of my active ETF strategy, bought this. GLBE, part of my active ETF strategy. TTD, the Trade Desk, bought this as part of my active ETF strategy. VCYT, bought as part of my active ETF strategy. BLRX, bought as part of my PDUFA run-up strategy. And so this has a PDUFA date of September 9th. Like it for a nice move up. OCUP purchased, has a PDUFA date of 9/28. This is part of my PDUFA strategy. And COSM purchased this on insider activity, and it did not have a good day. Boy, very unfortunate to see. I thought it would form a nice base here with all these buy signals down here. This is part of my insider strategy. Did not do well today. And finally, the last PDUFA purchase today has a PDUFA date of 9/27. Got in at $1.75 average. Finished the day at $1.69, so I did not do well with it today. Finished down 1.74%. So that was a lot of buying, hardly any selling. Just kind of taking advantage of all these buy signals I'm seeing all across the market. And so that's been really interesting that those are happening so fast. All right, let's get in and start to talk about the top 7. The first is CRISPR Therapeutics. Continue to cover this stock. Has not had any sell signals, and now we have a new cluster of buy signals actually. But since calling this out, it is down 9.86%. Originally bought in over here on buy signals. It has not been going the right direction. Anyway, I'll hold it till we have sell signals. It's fine. Has not hit my exit point for the rules of my strategy yet. TZA is another one. This is part of my bearish DeMark ETF strategy. This moves up. This ETF moves up in price as the market does badly. And this is part of the Russell 2000. When the Russell 2000 does bad, this does well. Since calling this out, it is down 11.10%. Bought here on this on here, and just has not popped yet. We have not had a pullback. The market continues roaring upwards. I may need to exit these. Got a couple of these, and I hate to exit them as a loss. I'm going to hang in there a little bit longer. But this is another one. This is SDOW. The Dow has been on an utter tear, absolute tear, but I'm waiting to see how the market reacts to the Fed meeting tomorrow. And so, I'm holding these to see what happens. we could see a move down in the markets, and then we could get out of these at a profit. And I'm going to be really thankful to have these as the market really starts to sell off, because these will help offset all the other bullish positions that I have. So I'm using this as kind of a hedge. And so SDOW is number 5 on the list. Since calling this out, it's down 8.39%. There were no moves on the list at all today. I mean, only had one sale. And that was not part of the top 7. The next one is a Branch Out Foods. This is part of an insider swing play. So far since calling this out, is down 4.56%. Another insider stock is ASAN. This is Asana. This is an AI stock, an AI workplace stock. And so this is one that helps with productivity. Since calling this out, it's down 0.23%. The next one is probably going to do fantastic tomorrow morning specifically, and this is ticker symbol GOOG. This is Alphabet Incorporated. They just reported earnings and had an amazing second quarter. This should really shoot up tomorrow. Looking forward to this. We might see some sell signals as we get through the day. I will alert, of course, if we get there. We are rather close, and in after hours, it's up about 7% so far, and it's gaining speed. We have some analysts changing to buy to on Google. So this is going to be really interesting to see how it does. Number 1 continues to be my PDUFA stock. It has a PDUFA date of August 29, ticker symbol OTLK. Now, I won't have a video tomorrow night. I'm doing some people know that I'm a piano player, and I got a gig of all things. So I'm going to be kicking tomorrow, and I won't be available to make a video. So no video tomorrow night, but I'll be back the next day. I will, of course, alert to anything that happens in the market day in the top 7 that I cover here for free. If you're looking for a place and you want to get my picks sooner, or you're interested in my picks, or just interested in what I do, then I do have a Patreon group, and I have a Discord attached to that. You have to be a member in order to get in order to get in on the Discord. But I think you'd be glad that you did. Right now we have a 7-day free trial, so that's something to check out. I'll have that in the description down below. I wish you all the best in the markets. Please reach out to me if there's a stock you want me to cover. I appreciate all of you and your support. And Raytoven out.